Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Steve Price. Kirsten has the night off, and we begin tonight with problems at airports all across the U.S., including right here in San Diego. This weekend, thousands of Southwest Airlines flights have been canceled, hundreds more delayed, leaving passengers all over the place stranded. News 8's Allison Royal caught up with some San Diegans that had to get creative to get to their final destination.
The Whitsett family hopped on this Southwest flight leaving from San Diego over the weekend. It was a strong start.
Perfect flight all the way to Chicago.
But when they boarded their second flight from Chicago to Kentucky, they got some bad news.
One of the Southwest employees came on and announced that the flight was canceled. And you know how Southwest kind of jokes around sometimes. So we were like, haha. But no, it was serious.
It's no joke for thousands of Southwest passengers. According to FlightAware, 28% of Southwest flights are canceled as of Sunday, more than any other airline. This means thousands of people are frantically trying to get to their destination, including the Whitsetts.
Their flight plans changed, and so that meant they had to take a bus to get to their soccer game in Kentucky.
The next flight that we could take would be on Tuesday, so we would have missed coming here to see the soccer game. So we got a Greyhound bus and we rode the bus. It was an 8-hour ride from Chicago to here.
So why is this happening? In a statement, Southwest Airlines said it was experiencing weather issues in Florida and then unexpected air traffic control issues. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, no FAA air traffic staffing shortages have been reported since Friday. The FAA said some airlines are delaying flights since crews are out of place.
They're stating that it's air traffic control issues and weather issues. But my thing is, if that's the case, why is it only Southwest? Why isn't it other airlines that's being impacted?
While the Whitsetts got to their destination okay, others have not been so lucky, like Tori. Her bags were packed for a flight from Atlanta to here in San Diego.
It's my fall break from school. I'm a high school teacher, so I was looking forward to getting away, having a relaxing trip. I received a text message from Southwest saying that my flight had been canceled.
People wishing to change their travel plans might have better luck doing so online, since some people like Tori said that they were on hold for several hours trying to get Southwest customer service on the phone.
And for the latest information on these Southwest flights and their cancellations, Southwest recommends that you check its Twitter page for the latest information. I'm Allison Royal for News 8.
New COVID cases have been declining nationwide over the past month, although they do still average around 95,000 a day. As Halloween approaches, Dr. Anthony Fauci is encouraging families to go ahead and trick or treat, particularly those who are vaccinated. Tom Hansen reports from New York.
The former head of the FDA tells CBS News it's certainly reasonable for children ages 5 to 11 to be fully vaccinated by Thanksgiving if all goes well, with an FDA advisory panel meeting later this month and a CDC advisory meeting early next month.
This should be available almost immediately after the CDC makes a final recommendation and be available in pharmacies and perhaps pediatricians' offices as well.
A new CBS poll shows more than 1/3 of parents say they will vaccinate their 5 to 11-year-olds against COVID-19 as soon as the shot is available for that age group. Another quarter of parents will wait and see. As far as vaccinating children younger than 5, Dr. Scott Gottlieb tells Face the Nation the FDA is moving cautiously but with speed.
Clinical trials in kids ages 6 months to 2 years and then 2 years to 4 years, so it's two different trials, could be a little bit larger and a little bit longer in terms of the follow-up period that's required, and that could push it into 2022.
New cases of the coronavirus have been declining nationwide over the last month, although they still average around 95,000 a day. As Halloween approaches, Dr. Anthony Fauci is encouraging families to trick or treat, particularly those who are vaccinated.
You're outdoors for the most part. Enjoy it. I mean, this is a time that children love. It's a very important part of the year for children.
For those not yet vaccinated, Dr. Fauci suggests getting the shots for what he calls an extra degree of protection. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
And Dr. Fauci says he actually wants to see cases drop to less than 10,000 a day before getting rid of pandemic restrictions. And speaking of those restrictions, tighter ones now in place up in Los Angeles County. Anyone attending an outdoor event with more than 10,000 people is required to show proof of vaccination or a recent negative COVID test. Now, I actually went to the USC-Utah game at the LA Memorial Coliseum on yesterday, and before scanning your ticket to get into the event, every fan did have to show one of the required items, but nobody was actually checking to confirm if the vaccination card you were showing was really yours.
They're not verifying that it's us, you know? There's no ID checking, nothing. I just showed my card and he was like, yeah, go ahead.
It could have been anyone's card.
What's the purpose of it?
Well, proof of vaccination is also now required at indoor bars, wineries, breweries, and nightclubs up in Los Angeles County. That massive cruise ship that's been docked in downtown San Diego is finally ready to set sail. The Holland America Koningsdam is opening up calls in and out of San Diego today with a 7-day cruise up the coast of California and then down south to Mexico. News 8's Brian White has reaction from excited passengers.
That's right. Passengers aboard this Holland America cruise ship are filled with enthusiasm and excitement for this long-awaited adventure at sea.
It's official. This ribbon cutting marks the first time a Holland America cruise ship is setting sail from San Diego since the pandemic began. Hospitality workers lined up to welcome boarding guests. It's a full-blown party atmosphere and passengers are excited.
We've never been out to the California coast, and it's a nice way to see it all.
We are very excited. We've been waiting 19 months.
With about 1,600 guests on board the Koningsdam, the ship is at about 60 to 70% capacity, which will allow for more social distancing. Other COVID safety measures involve enhancements to the air filtration system, which include UV light treatment and a higher percentage of fresh air intake.
There's layers of safety on board the ships. It really starts before even guests get on the ship, the vaccination requirement, testing 2 days prior.
We've had our shots. We were tested 2 days ago, and everything came up negative.
Fully vaccinated, negative test. It is what it is.
On this 7-day trip, stops will include Catalina Island, San Francisco, and Ensenada down south in Mexico.
I just love it. I just love to see different things and to, just to cruise in the water. It's fun.
For the first time in a long time, these cruise goers are looking to soak in all the fun and enjoy their time at sea.
We're just looking forward to relaxing, going out at the ports, and being alive again.
I'm just looking to relax and have a great, usually always have a great time, good food, and gambling and drinking.
I'm Brian White for News 8.
Well, tens of thousands of Californians in the Central Valley and Bay Area are facing power shutoffs, all due to rising wildfire threat. PG&E says it may shut off power to about 44,000 customers tomorrow because of extreme fire weather conditions that are forecast to return. Gusty winds combined with low humidity and bone-dry vegetation could cause fires to spark and spread quickly. Investigators say this year's massive Dixie Fire was likely started by a tree that fell on a live PG&E line. And locally, we are expecting the wind to pick up as well as we head into the week. Let's check in now with meteorologist Sean Stiles. He joins us now with the first look at your microclimate forecast. No complaints about today, though, Sean.
No, it was really nice. Take a look at this, Steve. We were 74, 75 is the average, but as you just alluded to, things are going to change. We've got a gale warning offshore, high surf advisory. As the winds that are blowing, they'll be pushing a southwesterly groundswell. So some very bumpy, lumpy conditions along the coastline. Take you to the inland corridor here. A high wind warning over parts of the inland microclimates, the mountains, and then in the deserts, a wind advisory. And on top of that, we're going to see those winds really kick in. I mean, look at these howling winds as they make their way into San Diego over the next 24 to 48 hours. And it's not until Tuesday that they kind of calm down, but still very, very strong over the next, say, 36 to 48 hours. I'll have your complete forecast in just a bit, Steve.
All right, Sean, we'll see in a few minutes. Tar balls from that oil spill off the coast of Orange County continue to wash up on some of our beaches here in San Diego County. Fortunately, there have been no reported cases of harm to wildlife in San Diego County so far. Water and soil sampling has been conducted throughout the day at San Onofre Beach, and crews have been monitoring the shore down to Solana Beach for visible signs of oil. Tonight, the ocean waters remain off limits from Dana Point Harbor up to Huntington City Beach.